Hi everyone, I am AhkTaar and welcome back for more guide on Infinite Magicraid. In this video we are going to talk about the impact that Tenacity has against the crit damage of the opponent. As always, I'm gonna use Zulu because his damage are constant on the basic attack against Best Mog because he can't provide any defense buffs on himself, and so the tests are gonna be is gonna be more reliable. So here I tested that. I had 30k defense on Best Mog and 30k attack on Zulu with 100% crit rate and 200% crit damage. So I'm always gonna land a crit. And on him, I changed the tenacity. So let's put 0 tenacity, and then let's do some tests. First one, 98k. Now we are gonna have a look to the results with 100% tenacity, and then you're gonna see something really interesting. 100% tenacity. 49k. 49,230. So if we have a look now, if I put 500, no difference. So the maximum tenacity you can have on your heroes is 100%. So with the gear you can have up to 60% tenacity, but you can also provide a tenacity buff, 30 or 60% with some specific units in the game. And if you are curious about that, if I show that to you, I have all the tenacity, so it's lowering my crit damage. On Zulu, if I put 0 crit rate, I have also the same result. So the tenacity is nullifying the effect of crit damage if you have 100%. So now let me show you some figures and a curve. Let me show you that screen. So I did the same as for the defense. Here the first damage, basic damage here, we are beginning at 90k damage, and every time we are going to the right it's linear and it's decreasing by 492 every time, something like that. If you have a look here, this is the result, the damage decreasing, and when we are at 100% tenacity, then we are at the maximum. We are decreasing the crit damage by the maximum. So it's like the target was not doing any crit at all. And so if we have a look to the curve here, it's a linear as you can see, and this is the first curve. At the beginning we are taking this amount of damage, and it's always lowering the crit damage. So in fact, if you are situated right here, 50% tenacity, you are gonna lower by half the crit damage bonus the target is gonna have against you. The difference here with, let's say with 60 tenacity, we have 67k damage. 67k damage, and here 98k, so in fact it's reduced 30k damage. If we have a look now to the second line here, it's damage multiplied by 5. So we are gonna have a look to the second curve, and here if we are at 60 tenacity for example, then we take 347k damage, so 160, almost 153k less damage here with 60% tenacity. And if we are here, then it's gonna lower all the crit damage. That means the target will never inflict more damage to your heroes. So now let's try some things with the tenacity. Here, for example, I have a classic team we can find in the arena. I have Bizident Focus and Gilliman. If I show you the stats on my heroes, here this is a 45k attack on Gilliman, and this is a heavy Gilliman, really strong one. A huge amount of damage here. It's gonna be hard to have a lot of speed on a Gilliman with that, but if you're using Bizident to remove buffs on enemies, it's gonna be really strong. So here you have a Brynhild with 45k defense and 900k HP. This is an average Brynhild, a good one, but average good one. Because I found in PvP some Brynhild with more than 50k defense and more than 1 million HP. So let's do that. Brynhild for now has no 5% only tenacity, so let's try that with the Gilliman. We are going to use that. And this is the damage we can do. Can we kill her using that twice? Close. That was close. So second test, now I'm gonna increase her tenacity by 30%. So now she has 35% tenacity. I'm gonna heal them all. And we are gonna retry. 35% tenacity. She has more than half HP remaining. So let's do that again. She's close to die though, but she has more health than before. But the difference is not that big though. Let's increase 30% more tenacity here. Let's heal again and restart. Let's do that again. Ultimate, and yeah, now she has even more HP remaining. So that's pretty nice for now, and I think this is the max. This is not the maximum she can have, because when you have a nice sanctuary, you can have up to 30% more tenacity. So normally you can reach something around 90% if you are using two tenacity sets on her. So imagine having that on her. Yeah, look at that. With 30% more tenacity, I had 9% more HP remaining at the end. Pretty nice. So Krakens, with all their tenacity, they can have 90%. And if they have that, let's have a look to the damage we can do with a Gilliman. Way less damage. So maybe it's the way to stay alive in arena. If you have a Brynhild, build her with some tenacity and defense. Maybe it's not the best thing to put some heavy damage on her, heavy defense I mean. Better to increase the crit rate for sure and the resistance. So direct damage won't kill her, and dot damage won't kill her if you have a lot of resistance on her. So in fact it's pretty strong. And so now let's try another hero, and this is Edith. And with her you are gonna see that this is completely different, because the crit rate and crit damage is converted into skill damage, and this is and piercing rate. So this is pretty interesting, because she will never crit, so the tenacity has no effect on her. So in fact, if enemies are using a lot of tenacity, then you just can use her ultimate and look at the damage. Almost half HP. So great, almost dead here, and she had 90% tenacity and heavy stats here. So in fact, Edith is not that bad, right? And you have some heroes. If you were using another hero from the same faction, she would have more damage using her skills, so it would be better than that. So that was all for the video. Tell me what you think about that. I hope you enjoyed it. If it's the case, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and then see you in the next one. Bye bye.